ये जो बंद का जो कोर्ट ने कह दिया है कि नहीं कर सकते, what exactly does this mean? I mean, it's ठीक है, मतलब क्या इंटेंशन था इस बंद का? Was to protest, right? So why is the court becoming involved to say कि you cannot protest? Maybe I'm missing the thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's just exactly what my like why the court is doing. And अगर आप उसको बारे में पढ़ेंगे तो this band or shutdown, total shutdown was called by opposition parties, right? Shiv Sena, MVA, those people. And I think what I heard recently, they complained about it. They gripe about it, but they accepted. So there is a difference between band and protest, right? Protest, you should be allowed to protest peacefully, with the banner in a given place without disrupting, disruption, keeping the minimum, at least doing it with authorities. Band jo hota hai, I don't know, NYTG, you experience that basically shutdowns, total shutdown of every shop. If you have seen Band Mumbai में ये करवाते हैं, जो इनके जो कैडर होते हैं ये जाके forcibly, shut down people, shops, especially small shopkeepers, right? जिनकी livelihood every day पे depend करती है, right? So people can argue about it. It's like whether it is, but to me, that's a little heavy-handed. It affects a lot of people's daily lives. Should they all be forced to reflect upon a tragedy that's going around you? Maybe. But there are, I think, different ways. People who want to protest come on the road. They should be allowed. So the band does not, High Court observation did not preclude from people coming out on the road and protest in a reasonable manner.
Can I ask a follow-up on this, Devji? So,
please.
How did this get to the court to begin with? तो किसी ने अनाउंस कर दिया कि हम तो बंद करवाएंगे यहाँ पे because we want to do more than peaceful protest. हम चाहते हैं for whatever reason, political motivation probably, not because इनके कोई नेक विचार हैं, ये upheaval cause करना चाहते हैं, opposition वाले फायदा उठाना चाहते हैं, इनसे attention हटे, हम यहाँ पे businesses रोकेंगे, हर चीज रोकेंगे, फिर आप देखो हमारी दादागिरी, basically, right? और कोई जाता है कोर्ट में, यानी कि the people in power then go to court to force the hand and say कि आप बंद नहीं करवा सकते. Is that basically what happened?
So in this case, I mean, I don't recall reading about it, who was it, but you can safely assume जब इसमें it was done like 10 hours पहले का news again. You probably may know more about it. Court took suo moto, right? And whether they took upon themselves to put a ruling, which I doubt it. Court does not normally do it. So next thing is कि आपका जैसे Solicitor General, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का वहां पे है कलकत्ता में, यहाँ पे यू कैन अस्यूम कि महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट जो है, क्योंकि शिंदे साहब ने भी उसके बाद स्टेटमेंट दिया है, दैट वी विल, बिकॉज व्हाट कोर्ट सेज लाइक कि देयर आर इनफ लेवरेज इन हाई कोर्ट इटसेल्फ टू नॉट लेट दीज थिंग्स हैपन. तो कहना कि वेदर दे अप्रोच्ड और नॉट, बट दैट्स द एंड रिजल्ट. एनवाईटी.
Yeah, I just find it very, जब इनको सूट करता है. So the BJP guy in Kolkata also did something similar. कि हम streets पे आएंगे, हम protest करेंगे. I don't recall whether he used the word band or not. But the BJP guy did the same thing in Kolkata. And now they're doing the same thing in Maharashtra, but court decides to intervene.
Yeah. And exactly. Yeah. Which is, yeah, I mean, the parallel is very, very obvious, right? दोनों cases में. और BJP के लोग, I mean, from the pictures, they are protesting as a party. And let me put it this way. I mean, I'm fine with a party-based, organization doing it, because अगर वो नहीं भी है, तो then आम आदमी, you can only understand इन चीजों के बारे में आवाज नहीं. जहां तक आवाज उठाने का, इस पे लाइट डालने का है, up to that point, I think this is beneficial, even if it's party-based. But going beyond that, and I was listening to some things about Kolkata as well, कि वहाँ पे बंद के बारे में, how Kapil Sibal was asking, and all those things, but ये सब चीजें ठीक है अपनी जगह, but let's not get diverted from the crime that occurred. I mean, that's the main thing here, NYTG. So so let's talk a little bit about now. We from Badlapur, given what it is, and though Dinka, I think today is probably a commission, and there is a one person, Suben Shah is one member. They're gonna give submit some report to court. I'm assuming, or some commission. And so let's see what happens there. We have to keep an eye on everything basically. Everybody needs to who feels like these things should not happen, and I'm sure you all do. Let's switch a little bit to Kolkata. I just caught this proceedings, probably recorded. I'm not sure. वहां का ये हाल है, एंड कोलकाता हाई कोर्ट जिसने सीबीआई को इसमें बुलाया है, and I was looking into just so for sake of my own knowledge ki what has Mr. Modi has said on this one. I didn't find anything. I said what Mr. Shah has something here, and I did find something about where Kolkata governor जो है 3 दिन पहले की report है, maybe he already has met him, and but the weird part there was he was also going to meet JP Nadda, and I don't know what his role is in this one. Amit Shah, with the Modi being out, home minister, maybe second senior leader, makes sense, right? So there is that. Now, Kolkata High Court, not only, so there are the case that, the murder case that being investigated, the person, Roy, had been sent to, I think it's police custody. I'm not sure, judicial, for 14 days, remand mein ho gaya hai. But there is another case that jiske bare mein West Bengal government has put an SIT about financial misdeeds in that around that hospital, maybe around it by this current or now suspended or removed or promoted principal or whatever you want to call it. उसमें भी एक the interesting thing that I noted, and I don't know the veracity of the information, कि उस केस में एसआईटी बिठाई थी वेस्ट बंगाल ने, और ये जो इंफॉर्मेशन है हैज बीन आउट देयर फॉर अ ईयर कि वहां पे फाइनेंशियल वो घपले हो रहे हैं, राइट? जो वहां का पुराना प्रिंसिपल है, somebody named अख्तर अली, if I'm not mistaken, he has talked about and asked about or reported it. कलकत्ता हाई कोर्ट ने उसको भी लेके उसको सीबीआई को दे दिया, एंड आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड लाइक what CBI has to do it. Maybe they misreported or I misread it. Agar financial thing hai, it's ED. How come the CBI, who is in their own words, they find it challenging to investigate this case, which is a separate issue, right? So that's what's going on over there. And as far from what I know, so NYTG, आप बोलिए अगर if you have more information than I could gather, please.
No, actually, Devji, I don't have. आपने जो you raised a couple of important points. I mean, सबसे पहला तो मेन चीज जो आप भी कह रहे हैं ना कि ये जो साइड शोज चल रहे हैं ना कि बंद करेंगे, ये करेंगे, इसको रिजाइन करवा दो, उसको ये करवा दो, ये सब they are all distractions and बकवास to hide the fact that सीबीआई ने अभी तक एक ढेले का कुछ नहीं किया है इस केस में. So whoever was part of the original conspiracy या जो भी कुछ था, ये political influence था, ये वहां पे चल रहा था, trafficking चल रहा था, वो सारी stories आने का एक तरफ कर देते हैं. The fact of the matter is कि एक औरत की का बहुत बुरी तरह से गैंग वो चीज हुई और उसकी हत्या कर दी, which is premeditated. It's not कि आपने accidentally इसको accidental death I think is downright disgusting. इसको accidental कहना. It's not accidental. It's premeditated. वो crime हुआ है. And even when I was listening to the proceedings of Supreme Court, मेरे से ज़्यादा सुना नहीं गया. I was just disgusted. Even Tushar Mehta kept saying culprit, culprit. Jabki postmortem is saying that it's more than one person. It's approximately 10 people. तो ये जो सब ड्रामे चल रहे हैं ना, ये side shows, where are the arrests aside from this one guy? And where is the chain of evidence? किसने destroy किया evidence? अगर किया, within few hours of CBI coming, BJP IT cell starts to say कि CBI 5 दिन बाद आई है, evidence is destroyed. Well, if you know it's destroyed, then you know who destroyed it. तो आप उनको arrest क्यों नहीं कर रहे? Where is CBI in this whole thing? I just, it's not acceptable anymore, Devji.